High-profile athletes like Simone Biles and Aaron Rodgers, they've used their platforms to shift the narrative surrounding mental health. Here in Milwaukee, one Milwaukee Admirals goalie is doing the same. Tonight, Lily Zhao goes beyond the game.
From the right point, the pass comes left. Victor Rask from the dot. A shot. Oh, and a glove save made. Connor Ingram.
Connor Ingram is the last line of defense for the Milwaukee Admirals.
You're either the hero or the GOAT a lot of the time, so it's a position that there's no mistakes.
As a goalie, it's Ingram's job to stop the pucks coming his way on the ice, and he does it well.
Ricocheted off a couple of sticks. Oh, what a save by Ingram!
However, the one thing the 24-year-old couldn't quite stop was his mind, which took him to some pretty dark places.
I wasn't going to survive. That's what it was. I was in a bad place, for sure.
At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, isolation and a repetitive routine took a toll on Ingram's mental health.
I spent probably 8 out of 12 months in a hotel room by myself that year. It wasn't a life. It was just go to the rink, come home, worry, go to bed, start it over the next day.
Ingram was eventually diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD, an anxiety disorder that features a pattern of unwanted thoughts and fears that can lead to repetitive behaviors.
When I asked for help, I thought I had a problem with alcohol was what it was. For my OCD, a really big thing is completion. So if I started with one and I had a six-pack, I had to get through my six-pack before I could stop, kind of thing. But I wasn't a guy who drank every day or needed a drink to set myself straight or anything like that. So when I got there and they explained that to me, they said, no, like, you don't have a problem with alcohol. It's just, this is how you are. And for me, it's something that when they explained to me what OCD was, it was kind of eye-opening.
Ingram's compulsions also revolved around researching sexually transmitted diseases and infections.
They call it a contamination, fear, trigger, whatever it was. One that I read was syphilis will give you a rash on your hands and your feet, so I would check my hands and my feet probably once an hour. When you think OCD, that's not what you think.
Ingram was never sure why his mind took him in the direction it did, because he was worrying about things that he had no need to worry about. But soon, those obsessions were taking over his life.
I would come to the rink and I would have to go on the ice for an hour and a half, and I couldn't do those things, and I would start to physically shake.
His breaking point happened on January 24th, 2021. It's a day he'll never forget.
I went to the rink and I tried to retire, is what I did. I went into our goalie coach, sat me down, and I said, I can't do this anymore. And he said, no, there's something bigger here. Let's get you some help. That was the day I took a little trip.
Through the NHL's Player Assistance Program, Ingram spent 6 weeks receiving the proper treatment.
I did a lot of therapy and exposure therapy. It took sitting down in a room with a stranger to kind of open up and say, this is what I deal with every day. And for them to say, hey, this is normal, probably saved my life.
Throughout his treatment, Ingram received an endless amount of support, which made his return to the game that much sweeter.
To step on the ice with a clear mind was the first time in years for me.
And now he's taking charge as a mental health advocate in the sport he loves.
I had no idea what OCD was. It's something we don't talk about, we don't learn about. I just hope that maybe someday somebody will read something or watch this and say, hey, maybe I need help too,
To this day, the compulsions are still there, but Ingram's learned how to cope.
I feel a lot better. I live a normal life now. I live a quiet life. Just me and my dog. It's a nice life. I mean, I enjoy it.
Asking for help can be the hardest step to take, but Ingram's leap of faith turned out to be the biggest save he's ever made in his life.
Centers to shine. A shot. Oh, and Ingram the stop.
My mom always says that my eyes look like I'm alive again. A long journey. It hasn't been easy, but for the best for me, for sure.
In Milwaukee, Lily Zhao, FOX 6 Sports.
It's so brave of him to talk about it. If other players or someone you know needs some help, visit our website, fox6now.com. We put some resources there.
Well, still